Welcome, kings and queens, to another episode of Unapologetic, your #1 podcast. This is the show where kings and queens tell their legacies and on. So get ready for the gems to drop and pull up to the table.
Do the right thing. We all know the difference between right and wrong. Wrong, if being wrong makes you more money, then paint it white and it'll be all right.
I need to put that on the shirt.
Of you too.
Wow.
So I think a lot of this changed because my mindset changed. So keep it up. I know. Life is not easy, but continue to amplify. And Melly, good job. Keep promoting women and inviting women guests and introducing at the beginning. Yes.
Oh, that feels so good. Thank you, Anya. But this is one of the toughest questions that I think a lot of my guests would say kind of get people chopped up. As for example, what advice would you give to an aspiring entrepreneur looking to blend technology with traditional industries like yourself? Like, what advice would you give that person?
Yeah, I think technology is supposed to solve problems, right? So if you are only thinking about, I have to use AI, then it's like, I use the right problem. I can give you a story. When I was working for Target, at that time, like 10 years ago, some like very cool is about like geofencing, like beacons. Remember at one point, everyone is talking about like omni-channel. You go to a store, we know where you are. And then you scan the barcode. Now right away, you see the commercial here in the store, and the store becomes store GPS. So I can tell you at that time, Target, my colleagues team, they decide to do in-store technology to make sure every store, every item is being recognized. So the mom goes to a store, the app will become a store GPS. You can do turn right and turn left. You will never forget about anything in the store. How amazing is it?
That's pretty cool. Yeah.
But nobody use it.
Yep.
Why? It's pretty coul for sure. That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But nobody use it. Why?
I don't know.
Who goes to Target store? Moms.
Yeah. Grandmothers.
Mom go to a store to get lost. They don't want to store GPS. I'm here to get away from my noisy kids and my family. I want to be wandering around and buy stuff that I don't need. I want to wander around and be inspired to buy stuff that I wouldn't think about I want to buy. I want to forget about one thing. Oh, I forgot a meal. Sorry, husband, can you take care of a kid? I need to go back to a store again. Bye. Right? So they don't want the store GPS.
So true.
Right? Yes, it's a cool feature. But for most of the people, moms who go to the same store last 20 years, they don't need a store GPS. Yeah, they might forget one thing here and there, but it take away all the fun. It's going to Target. It's about inspiring, looking at stuff that's new and looking at what other moms are buying. Look at the holidays, decorations, and cool and cute stuff, right? So
that makes sense.
You have to solve a problem. Like technology is there to solve a problem. Like we use, a lot of people ask us, oh, Anya, you guys have AI. Yeah. They're like, oh, I guess that you can easily do like help people to like virtual try on different things. We're like, yeah, we can. But do you have that function? We say we don't. We say, why? Our customers are busy men and lazy men. Do they want to do like, let me virtual try on this one? Okay, it looks like this. Let me virtual try on the other one. Okay, it looks like this.
Yeah.
They are just renting the clothes. They wear it. If they like it, they buy it. If they not, wear 1 week and return it. Who has time to like virtual try on one by one? People are like, oh, but your AI picking clothes it's cool, but I can ask my ChatGPT all day long. I can ask my ChatGPT, how about this? How about this? Am I looks good? I say, yeah, you can, but did you? No, you're so busy and lazy. Who has time to do it, right? So I just need a text. Like next 2 weeks, I have 2 trade show. I have one like webinar that I need to record, and then I'm going out date night with my wife. That's it. Right. And you already know system, already know where I live and know my weather. You already know my job. You already see my picture. You know my style. That's it. Take care of the rest, right? So who has time to be virtual trying one by one? So one time we have supplier is a very, very famous brand in the world. So they say, hey, I heard you guys probably can do the virtual try on. You guys are not using it, but we want to use the technology. Why don't you sell to us and then we can use it? We're like, okay, we can consider that. And within a
Right.
week, they come back and say, hey, never mind, we decide not to use it. We're like, oh, why?
Right.
They were like, yeah, because when it's on the model, it looks amazing and people buy. When they do virtual try on, oh my God, why it looks like this on my body? And they don't buy. So they're like, forget about that. It's not a good feature to improve conversion rate. Never mind.
Right. Okay. Oh, that's a good. Oh, I always wondered that. Like, okay, so most consumers will want to see a live person instead of, another person, should be more specific, wear the clothes to help entice them to, how good they will feel and how they may look within the same clothing. But it's funny how you put that analogy because I I have a best friend that he's a very successful businessman, very successful. I'm very proud of my brother. And he sometimes, when he comes over to visits on his days that he has off, he looks like a teenager. You know what I mean? I don't even know who he is half the time. I know. And so I want to give him this advice. Please use Taylor. Please. I'm begging. I will start it up for him just so he could start dressing like his age. I'm sorry to put you out there, bro. I love you, but I'm doing this just for you. But my next question is, because I love books. I'm building my own personal library myself. My kids are starting their own personal library. You being a college professor, how do you take the time out for your students? You know what I mean? It's it's a beautiful thing that for you to be an educator. I'm a big educator supporter. For example, I had the lovely and renowned uh uh God, I can't remember now. I'm just excited. Jane Elliott on the show, on our show, and she was phenomenal. I mean, phenomenal. And she gave us information about her Oprah Winfrey, her being on Oprah Winfrey, 60 Minutes, and um, it's amazing to me how women like yourself and her at your guys' caliber take the time out to still support the future. You know what I mean? And I applaud you for that. I want to thank you for that. But how do you
Yeah.
do it?
Thank you. I think you know what I really encourage people to share in teaching because the way they like the teaching is actually make yourself better. I
Mm.
remember because in order you to teach, you actually have to really understand and digest, right? And then when people ask you questions, they're like, oh yeah, I didn't think about that way, or and you actually help you to stay young and stay being inspired and being doing better. And also, I think that I found that it's really helpful when you are sharing informations, you are
Mm.
organizing your thought again and again, and so being a lot more structured. For some people like me, I start my career as a reporter 20 years ago, so writing something, sharing something is
What?
pretty easy. For me, it's actually like my therapist time. Like I feel good that when I share the information, and I feel good of helping other people. And then also, I encourage people like to write a book. It's not as hard as you think, and nowadays you don't. Most people don't make money from book, but it really help you to kind of document the information you have. You will realize you know
Right.
so much. And then also, I see that as I do have online courses, which is pretty expensive, and I do teach at Northwestern University, which is even more expensive. But I also publish books because I believe that I want to help people. Whoever want to learn, they spend $10, they can get the same information. I won't say exactly the same, but
Right.
roughly similar information as what I charge a lot for other things. So I think
Wow.
it's my way of giving back to the community. Like I start my career as a as nobody, and I, as an immigrant in the US who didn't know anybody in the US, I didn't even know English. I remember one time
Mm.
when I came to a state and a guy asked me like, "Hey Anya, are you seeing someone?" And I turn around and I look
Yeah.
at the room like, I don't see anyone here. Are you seeing someone? A ghost? I didn't know what "are you seeing someone" means, right? I'm not seeing anyone, right?
Oh
So
my God, that's hilarious.
the guy never asked me out again. He probably think just no. I was just didn't know what I mean. I am not seeing
Oh
anyone
wow.
here. It's the house is not haunted. So
That's hilarious, man. Oh my
but anyway,
God.
writing book is my way to giving back to community, to anyone who want to learn and
Right.
grow. I hope I can contribute a little bit as a thank you for people who helped me along the journey.
Oh man, this is beautiful. Okay, last one. Last one. What is in the future for Taylor? You know, what can we expect if not in 2026, let's say 2028. You know, let's do a jump year.
Yeah, what we are going to be is actually really a one-stop shop for both fashion, for both non-fashion and fashion stuff for busy men, and also for fashion brands. So on the fashion brand side, as we talk about like how so much wasted, so we collect those feedback from customer, right? Because we
Mm.
pick outfit for you. So if it's sleeve too long, too short, you are going to tell me. And with that information, we monetize, become AI agent, and help fashion brand to reduce inventory and predict what's going to sell,
Oh,
which is 30
wow.
billion of the in markets today they are wasting today. On the other hand, for busy men, we see ourselves becoming a one-stop shop. Guys, they tend to, after renting clothes, they ask us where to buy shoes, accessories, Valentine's Day gift. Can you help order my flowers from my girlfriends for the evening? So no,
Yeah,
they
yeah.
treat us more like a concierge guy. You know, the in superhero movie, there's always a gadget guy, right? Hello, boss,
Yeah,
we're
yeah,
ready to
yeah.
go, right?
Sidekick.
Yeah, we are like that person to help them to get ready for their day.
Right.
So our investors, including company that sell wines and whiskeys and company who do this cruise and like
Wow.
travel. So because they truly believe that we are going to be the platform to reach out those busy men who are the segment that was really hard to reach out before. So we see
Mm.
ourselves in the future. When you know how to buy, you go on Amazon. When you're not sure how to buy, you come to Taylor. And then for fashion brand, we are like a one stop. Before they produce something, they look at our AI for intelligence. When they
Right.
produce something, use us as a distribution center to get out to busy men. And when they get feedback back to them and help improve, and again, if they have unsold inventory, they can rent it out without burning those inventory and enter a new market. So we see we are
Wow.
combining the both sides to help everybody win. And of course, this help us to become a unicorn.
Wow. That is a phenomenal chess move. Phenomenal chess move. I would never put that together in my head like that. That's crazy. And how many customers do you guys have?
Yeah, we're serving few thousand customers as a few years old startup. We now work
Wow.
with
That's
seven
great.
dating sites like Coffee Meets Bagel. We work with Rent the Runway, with one of the largest women's rental companies. And so we welcome more partners. If you are dating site, fitness centers, schools, corporate, you have employees who are sales consultant. You want them to look good, to have a peace of mind and save their time. And we are happy to work with you. We work with executive coaching companies, career coaching
Wow.
companies, because life coach, if you want to change things, like you
Mm.
say, dress who you want to be. So
Yep.
a lot of those coaches encourage people to look presentable. In the past, they tend to send them to a custom suit company, which you spend $2,000 for a suit, but then you have to wear
Yeah.
it again every day.
Right, right.
So, so why not look good? But you spend $100 a month, and you can wear like 10 clothes per month. Every month is different.
Right.
So yeah, so we imagine we also with become a really important partner for the whole ecosystem to help people to achieve their goals.
Thank you so much. Man, I didn't expect this conversation to go this well, y'all. It's been so long since I enjoyed this, man. Really enjoyed it. And for anyone out there, man, who needs that little TLC, that love, that touch, that care. Uh, Let me give y'all just a quick brief. So, just if you missed it, please go back and watch the conversation that we just had. But Miss Cheng is CEO and co-founder of Tailor, the leading men's clothing subscription offering personal styling and curated rental by expert stylists and AI. Expert stylists and AI. Got to say it twice. But of course, experience the joy of effortless style with Tailor and get 25% off first month subscription. The 25% off is beautiful. Would have never thought about that. So, in doing so, after you get the 25% off the first month subscription with code podcast, using link that I will put up on the end of the show. So make sure you guys go check it out and give the gift of time and convince with effortless style. Get 10% off gift cards with code podcast gift. And I will also put that link in the comments. So make sure you guys, man, please check out Tailor. It's a beautiful gift. I mean, who doesn't want to give a gift that you ain't got to really think about? You know what I mean? Sometimes I know you want to sit down and give you a hard thinking man pose on, but this right here will take all that stress off your mind. And I think it's a beautiful thing. I know it's a beautiful thing. So make sure you guys go on to the comment section in the bio and click on those 50 to 25% off with, of course, the Tailor style. But Miss Tailor, thank you so much. Thank you for joining the podcast, Unapologetic family. We are the #1 business platform. It's amazing how many beautiful people we get with such great minds. But is there anything you want to tell the audience, before we depart? I know they're going to miss you. Of course, she's going to be able to come back, you ladies and gentlemen. Don't worry. But is there any last words that you want to give the audience?
Yeah, I wish you all the best. Trust in yourself. You are better than you think. And so changing the mindset and potential will really change for very different for the future. And use your strengths, right? So a lot of what we do, like it's not about how it's not about just helping people to dress up. Is about helping people to reach their full potential. You might be a busy guy who have a lot of good friends. You might be a person who really know the numbers. So use your strengths, and that's how we see, like when our stylist style customer, we're like, oh, you really have a beautiful chest, and we should help you to make sure you have show these necklines over here. Where you have a really little, very a good fit here. You should
Yeah.
showcase here. It's about showcase who you are. And if you are investors, suppliers, business partner, want to partner with us, talents, amazing engineers, just reach out to me. My email is Anya, Anya at Taelor.ai, Taelor.ai, Taelor.ai. And the gift code is a podcast gift to go on Taelor.style, Taelor.style, podcast. To podcast gift is a code to get you 10% off gift card. Thank you.
Oh man. See, y'all got that back to back. So don't is no reason why this can't happen. But thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for joining me once again. It's your favorite host, Melly Mel, right here on Unapologetic, your #1 podcast.